Okay, I had, let's see, I'll show you all that in a minute. I got something under the porch, and I'll show you all this. I dug a hole, left some weird prints, a pile of poop, and there's a strange odor coming. It's not like a skunk smell, it's like just a sour odor. I don't know if it died or if it's dragon kill under there. But either way, I don't want it under the deck. So I bought this animal trap today. It says it's good for raccoons, skunks, chipmunks, the whole list there. I wanted to get a small trap like that right there. It was $23 for that little trap. But they had a deal going. You could get the combo pack, which is the little trap and the big trap, both for $25. So for $2 more, I get that big one too. So I thought, why wouldn't you do that deal? So I went ahead and got that. They had heavier duty ones there, and these really are kind of cheap. They bend easy. But I think it's enough to do the job. Hopefully, this will be the last thing I have to trap for a while. So, judging from the hole and the prints, I don't think I need that big one. I could be wrong. If I am, I'll set the big one tomorrow. This is what I was talking about. I was out here last weekend and everything was normal. And I think Thursday or Friday this week I discovered that. You can obviously see the dirt and the gravel and the hole there, which is bigger than originally the other day. And actually I hadn't noticed this either. It looks like, you probably can't see it here, but there's some black little turd droppings. And then over here, I think what it does, it goes in the porch, because when my cats get out, they do the same thing. They go in over there, and then they come down from underneath there. But hopefully you can see, here's the prints it left. They're perfectly round. There's no claw marks. It almost looks like it walked through here on a peg leg. But you can see it's about that big. These little tracks, they're all the way through this flower bed, all the way across. And right there, scat, a pile of turds. So they're not, I looked up animal track prints on the internet and I thought it was a skunk or a cat. And I'm familiar with raccoon prints. But on the pictures they all had claws and like a few padded tracks. These are strange to me. Even if it didn't have its tracks out or its claws out, it's still, I would think the pad marks would be different. So I threw in a pan. I accidentally bought tuna in oil instead of tuna in water, and so I've got 3 cans of this sitting in the house for months because we don't eat tuna in oil. So I decided, well, maybe it won't go to waste. I'll go ahead and use that as my bait. So yeah, you put it in there. I'm sure you all know how this works. Pull your trap up, and there's this little bar here that hasp catches on right there. So right there. So they come in this way to get the bait. They step on that plate, and and boom, it closes this door. Now, like I said, these are sit that there. These are pretty cheap traps. I don't know if they go from the behind or get on top of it climbing around. Hopefully it won't set that door off, but actually I guess I could test it first, right? Go ahead and do that. I'm more curious just to see what it is. I mean, it could be a stray cat, raccoon, possum, whatever. Mom had a pretty good idea, which could be a muskrat, which I didn't know we had those around here, and I thought those stayed by swamps, ponds, but who knows? Maybe that could be what that odor is. So let's test this bad boy out. Yeah. Well, I had to hit that. I don't know if you could see it. I had to hit that plate like 3 times, and it didn't really. It closed. I thought it would have closed quicker, but I guess with the weight of an animal on there, and you know, even if it gets over there and gets the bait, sorry, even if it goes over there to get that bait, maybe on its way out it'll trip it. It's bigger and weighs more than this, so you know, we'll see. I guess we'll set it, and I'm sure whatever's in there is nocturnal, so hopefully tomorrow morning I'll have something. And you know, I just hope it's not a skunk, because then we got a whole different set of problems. But I'd almost rather it be a skunk than a possum. Possums are the nastiest things on earth. Now that pile of turds looks something about like the size of a cat or skunk. You can tell by the color it's definitely wild. But those little droppings in there look more like a mouse turd or something. So maybe it's got babies in there. Which if it does, that could be bad too. I don't, you know. I'd hate to trap the mom if it's got babies in there. Unless it's a possum, then I don't care at all. But we're going to see what happens. You know. Who knows? Maybe it's Chupacabra. All right. I'll keep you updated. Stay tuned.